shooting as when 4 or more people are injured or killed, not including the gunman. 202. That's more mass shootings than there have been days. Not even close. And Texas, well, Texas has the unfortunate distinction of being home to some of the worst, deadliest mass shootings that this country has ever seen, especially in recent years. Just last year in Uvalde, Texas, a gunman killed 21 people at Robb Elementary School, including 19 fourth graders and 2 teachers inside their classrooms. In 2019, at a Walmart in El Paso, 23 lives lost, 23 killed when a gunman opened fire after spewing racist rhetoric online. In 2018, at Santa Fe High School outside Houston, 10 people killed when a student opened fire with a revolver and shotgun belonging to his father. In 2017, Sutherland Springs, 26 people killed during Sunday services at First Baptist Church. In 2016, in Dallas, 5 officers shot to death when a gunman targeted police at a Black Lives Matter protest. These are just some of the mass shootings in Texas that I have covered for you from this desk. Just some of them. Some of the ones that made national headlines. There are obviously many more that don't get covered. Not to mention the shootings of fewer than 4 people, and the accidental shootings, and the suicides. Almost every time Texas is devastated by gun violence, we hear a familiar refrain from the man who has been governor during this whole time.
What Texas is doing in a big-time way, we are working to address that anger and violence by going to its root cause, which is addressing the mental health problems behind it. We as a state, we as a society, need to do a better job with mental health. Anybody who shoots somebody else has a mental health challenge, period. We all know that this is something that we must address as a nation, but also as a state, and that is for all of us to do a better job to address mental health issues.
We should note, 1, most people with mental health issues do not shoot people. 2, mental health issues exist all over the world. But other countries do not have the same culture and laws that we have here in the United States, laws that allow folks who may be a danger to themselves or others to easily obtain firearms. Just looking at the data from the CDC as a general matter, the states that have taken steps to try to keep guns out of the wrong hands, those states have lower rates of death per capita by firearm, just as a factual matter. Those are numbers, of course.